Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. Get you guys settled, get my little screen together. It's acting like it don't want to cooperate with me today, but we're gonna get it together. I am being led to read in Genesis chapter 1 for you guys really quick. So if you're in, just jump on in. I'm gonna head out in a minute, but I just want to sit here and just do a summation of what I've heard. So welcome in everybody, welcome in. Hi everybody, welcome in, welcome in. I know that this is impromptu, but I have a little bit of a word that I needed to get out for you guys today. I'm putting my little sock on because they cute. Thank you. Oh, and my phone tried to fall. I'm trying to get it together, y'all. I've been having technical difficulties all day. So don't worry about me over here, y'all. I'm going to get it together. Stay. Hopefully we get it. My home looks peaceful. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to be in Genesis chapter 1 really quick just because I have a little bit of a word. Just to get out. It's not going to be long. It's not a long word. Thank you. Trying to get it together. I'm just having all kind of technical difficulties. Get behind me, Satan. Thank you. So, I'm going to be in Genesis and I'm going to read a little bit just because God has something that he needs to say. And it's plain and simple. When I tell people about the Bible, I tell them to go to Genesis. Because to me, Genesis is a love story between God and us, and just how he made us and how he took his time with every intricate detail of how he made us. And we are literally a product of our Father. So, hi. So, if you're having issues with yourself, just know that you are created in the image of God, and it's beauty, and it's just made with just so much, because we are our Father's children. We look just like our Father. We look just like our Father. Have you ever been around somebody that lied all the time, and you can see the lies literally seeping out like mouth? Like as soon as you see them, like here come lying behind Ray Ray, here come like you can see it because they are a product of their father. Their father is the father of lies, which is the devil, and the author of confusion. They're double-minded. They don't never know how to make a decision. They're back and forth. They're everywhere. That's because they look like who they represent, which is their father. With you, everybody always tells you look so good. Even when you just like in some hand-me-down clothes, you like, what? Because you look just like your father. You look just like your father. The clothes, the hair, the shoes, the haircut, none of that makes you. You look like what's inside of you. And when you walk with God, you start walking and talking like him. You start glowing like him. And people are like, you look just like your father. Peace, joy, happiness, humbleness, meekness. You look like your father. And I know that I'm not the only one that walk into a room and the room just looking like they've known you before, but this is your first time walking in the room. It's because the Father that lives inside of you is in you. So they start seeing God oozing out of you. So when I was sitting down last night, I just sat down and I just started writing. And I just was like, God, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? And he says, in the beginning. In the beginning. And I was like, okay, God, we're going to go to in the beginning. And so I went to reading, and then he just gave me some key notes to just give to you guys. He says, because somebody just needs to know how God loves them. How God loves you guys, and how he literally just created you from the beginning of birth. He knew you. He wants you here. He loves you here. And it doesn't matter what somebody in the world said, how they say you ain't going to be nothing. They's a lie from the pits of hell. You are something. You are somebody, and you are going presently and in the future to be somebody great. I don't care what your background is and what you survived, because baby, you survived it because you're about to thrive to the next level. You battled literally hell. You had it in the grips and you hit it with that TKO, and you're about to walk into the best seasons of your life. The season is changing literally, and so are you. You are about to be something so great. But I need you to know where it comes from. Why people look at you like you're a celebrity and you don't even know that you're a celebrity. You're like, what? What? I just threw this little piece of wig on, girl. What? I don't even know how to lay no lace. Girl, what? You have something built inside of you that has been instilled in you since the day that you were born. So I sat with God and I said, okay, here we go. He said, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep. The Spirit of God was hovering over the water. And he had me sit there. He said, the Spirit of God is hovering over the water. Hovering, watching God, watching as he did his work. God was hovering. Oh, he didn't come here. He was just sitting back watching. When you're out in public, God is just watching you like, that's my baby. That's my child. That's my son. That's my daughter. That's mine. God hovers over you every single day. The Spirit of God hovers over you. That's why people are like, where are you? Because God is like, that's my baby. That one right there, that's mine. He's even looking at hell, said, don't touch that one. That one right there, that's mine. You are God's child. You are God's chosen child. That is who you are. And it said he was speaking life into your work, into his work. God was speaking life into his work. That's what God was doing. He didn't come here. He was hovering over and he began to speak a word. God don't got to come into your life to know something. He could speak a word and it would be so. Let's keep going. It said, then God said, let there be light. So there was light, and God saw that it was good. So God separated the light from the darkness. He named the light day and the darkness night. And there was evening and night on the first day. He spoke to the light and he named it. Your name has relevance. The name that God has given you has relevance. It has a light in it. And when you get ready to do your walk in this lifetime, you have to separate. God had to separate the light from the dark, and he had to name it. You are about to go through a separation period, if you have not already, about to go through a separation period where God is about to elevate your name, because your name has light associated with it. There is no happenstance with your name. A lot of people's name is biblical or has a certain meaning to it. My first name has no real meaning. My last name is Watts, which is light, which is voltage. God says, I am about to set you apart from the nations. Your name has a meaning to it. And I don't know if it's your first, middle, or last name, or even a nickname somebody called you. God is saying that you have a purpose. Your name is the secret to where you're getting ready to go to. It has weight. And you have to go back to the beginning to get it. He has to separate you from those people that have darkness in them. Even if you've known these people for years and years and years and years, they have something inside of them that has to be separated from you in order for you to elevate. The separation has to happen in order for you to elevate. There is something about your name that separates you from other people. And the second you start knowing what your name is and the weight that your name carries is the second that it has to get done. God says, I have to isolate you for a moment. You have to go through a season of isolation for a moment because God is getting ready to do something. So don't fear the separation. Start celebrating in the separation, because God said, I had to separate the light from the dark. The light from the dark. And I saw that it was good. I saw that it was good. It's only momentarily. He's going to send in the right people in a minute. So here we go. Then he said, let there be a horizon in the middle of the water in order to separate the water. So he made the horizon. We're talking about the firmament. And he separated it from the horizon. And it was so. God named it and above, and he named the horizon sky. And that was the evening and morning of the second day. Then God said, let the water under the sky come together in one area, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God named the dry land earth, and the water which came to the sea, and he saw that it was good. Then God said, let the earth produce vegetation bearing seeds, according to each own type, and the fruit trees bearing which fruit seeds, according to its own. And it was so. I'm going to stop right there, because you will know a tree by the fruit that it produces. So here we are. And I like to think about whatever you plant, that is what you're going to get back. Harvest season. Even in life, we're not just talking about a physical, putting fruits in the ground, putting vegetables in the ground, all of that. No, we're talking about life. And here we are with people, and even relationships. I like to look at things as harvest. If you sow bad seeds, you're going to get a bad harvest. If you sown in a relationship lies, cheating, abuse, that's what you're going to get back. And you're wondering why that person isn't reciprocating the love that you think that you're giving. But in return, you've called them every kind of name in the book. You lied, you cheated, you stole, you did everything to them. And you think that they're going to give you love and give you peace. You want someone to be your peace, yet there's nothing peaceful about you. You sown those seeds. And now this person is giving you back what you have reciprocated. It's give and take. It's give and take. What you put out is what you're going to get. So now it's time to do self-reflection and say, who am I? What have I sown? Why am I receiving this harvest? And how can I make the pivotal change in my life to change the trajectory of my life, to change the harvest of your life? You're getting out what you have sown. All your life you have discord and hate and malice. Look at the seed. Look at you. You are the former. You are producing this. So it's time to look and say, I'm not the victim. I have done this. What can I do now to change the trajectory of my harvest so I can start producing good harvest? If you're humble, people will love to be around you because now you are producing a humble field and you're going to get back all of that. If you're loving, you're going to get back loving seeds. There's not a lot of people that be like, I can't stand her because she too loving. I can't stand him because he too loving. No, they're going to gravitate to you because you have that loving seed. You have to go back and see if you're the problem. And if you're the problem, then you're the solution and you can think of the thing to change it. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy. You have to see what kind of fruit tree that you are. Are you having sour lemons, or are you going to be nice and being like a beautiful orange tree or whatever kind of tree? I hate lemons. I can't stand them, so I won't eat them. That's just an analogy. So listen, you have to make sure that you're walking the talk that you're thinking you're talking. If no one in your life loves you and no one in your life wants to be around you, see if you are the common denominator. If you're getting put out of everybody else's house and everybody don't want you living with them, see if it's you that's the problem. And ask God, how can I make that pivotal change? Ask God, how can I sow in good seeds? Sometimes we are the problem. Sometimes we are the problems. I see the lemons. I hate lemons. Ew. Here we go. So God saw that they were good, and there were evening and morning on the third day. Then God said, let there be lights in the sky to separate the sky from the night. And they will be signs that will mark religious festivals and days of the year. There will be lights in the sky to shine on the earth, and it was so. God made the two bright lights, the larger light to rule the day and the smaller light to rule the night. He also made the stars. He put them in the sky to give light to the earth and to dominate the day. Let me go here because he wouldn't even let me finish Genesis. He had me sit on that right there. Let me read that there because he said, I'm not going to read it because I remember it. He said, I made the stars. I made the stars. So I'm going to my notes on this. The larger light ruled the day. Your light is so bright that it outshines the moon. Your light is so bright that it outshines the room. Have you ever been in a situation where people think that you're trying to outshine them, but you're just being yourself? You just have this mega personality and it outshines other people, and people don't like being around you because you just have this big personality and you don't know where you got it from. You got it from your Father. He made you. If you don't know, we have an over-the-top God. He does the most. He's the king of doing the most. Somebody comfort his children, he's going to do the most. That's what God does. Somebody put their mouth on God's anointing, he's going to do the most. That is your personality because you have your Father's personality. You were raised by your Father. And he wouldn't let me get off of that. He says, the light shines so bright that it outshines the moon. And other people think that you're just this other kind of person. And God says, you are a natural born leader. You are a natural born leader. That is who you are. He just had me write it twice. He says, he also made the stars. He also made the stars. If man makes them, he can break them. If man makes a star, how many one-hit wonders have you saw? How many one-hit wonders in this world have there been? Multi-million. So many one-hit wonders. People that got a track and they be like making the show. Where are they now? Where are they now? Man made them. Man made them, so now they're one-hit wonders. They are one-hit wonders. Man made them, so man replaced them, and man moved them out of the way. When God makes a star, baby, you won't fall. Because the sky is your home. The sky is your home. You rule the sky. You outshine the moon. You are that star. God made you to be that star. God, let me take this off. God made you to be that star. God said, I made you so man can't break you. You are in your natural environment. Whenever you see the sky, you say, I'm supposed to be up there because you are made to soar in the sky. Have you ever thought that your light shines so bright because you are a star and you are supposed to be in the sky? That is your domain. You have dominion in the sky. Man can't break you no matter how they tried. You started off in bondage. They wanted you to stay in bondage, but you keep breaking those chains. You keep breaking those chains no matter how many they try. They try to bound you to stuff. They try to bound you in that relationship. They try to bound you in that marriage. They try to bound you by beating you down, by raping you, by leaving you for dead. They try to shoot you. They try to rob you. They try to steal you. They try to tell you you're nothing. They try to break you, but they don't know why you keep breaking out, because you are a star and the sky is your home, and the sky is your home. And you just trying to say, I know I ain't supposed to be here. I know I'm built for something better. How many of you guys have been doing a 9 to 5 and you sitting there and you start pacing around back and forth? You say, I don't even supposed to be here. I know that there's something more than this. I know that there's something more than this. I know there's something bigger than this. I'm not supposed to be here. Because your home is the sky. You are a star. You've been the star. You've been that star. Man can't break you no matter what they've tried to do. Man has been trying and trying and trying and trying to break you. Marriage after marriage, divorce after divorce, relationship after relationship, job after job, left for a man alone, homeless, broke, facing deathbed, cancer, whatever it is, all of it tried to break you. And you're like, I know that I'm built for something more. You weren't supposed to be here. You are a star. And your home is in the sky. And God is getting ready to make you so everyone can see that light that shines so bright. You are about to walk into where God has already ordained you to be. You're just a lost star. Have you ever seen a shooting star? It's running. It's running. It's running. We don't know what it's running from, but somebody is trying to put it in a place that it ain't supposed to be. And it's like, I know I'm not supposed to be here. I know I'm not supposed to be here. So it's dashing to the finish line. It's dashing to the finish line. God says, I created it. I created you. And when I put you up, no man can break you. No man can break you. You were made to be in the sky. You were made to shine bright. You are rare. Not a lot of people may have your kind of personality. Not a lot of people are like you. It is very hard to find somebody just like you. You have beauty for ages. No one knows where you come from. It's kind of like Elijah in the Bible, and he just popped up on the scene. And they were like, where did he come from? Where did he come from? And he's commanding the wind, and he's commanding the rain, and he's doing all of this stuff. You just popped up. And now they have to listen to you. Because you are a star, and you are shining bright. God is saying this, your light comes from me. And I'm going to close it off like this because I'm not going to be long. Baby, you are a star. You are a star. It is already predestined. And even if you don't see it today, tomorrow, or even next year, you are going to walk into one of the best seasons of your life. And man will get no credibility for what God is doing in your life. God is literally making you somebody. Your name alone has that weight. Your name has ordination on it. It's going to take you where you need to get to. Stop fighting God and allow him to come in. Do the hard work on yourself and see if you're the problem that's stopping you from getting that good harvest that God has for you. See if it's you. Ask God to prune you of everything that is not of him. Say, God, I don't mind the pruning period. Strip me, strip me, strip me, strip me. Make me humble. Do what you got to do. Because out of that is going to be your abundance. You got to face the things that you don't want to face. You got to face the monsters under the bed. You got to face the lies that keep coming out of your mouth. Lying to everybody, telling everybody you're okay. Lying, lying, lying. Stop lying. Face it. Stop running from it. Face it. Face it head on. Tell that devil you ain't never scared. You know who your daddy is. You ain't never scared. Because on the other side of that is breakthrough. On the other side of that is breakthrough. And it is time for you to walk in your calling. The sky is your home. That is where you come from. And it is time for that beautiful star to get picked up off that ground, to be loved back to life, and to be placed in that sky. It is time now. If this message was a blessing, my link is in the bio. I love you all. Walk into who you are, who you're always going to be. The sky is your home. And allow me to introduce you guys to you. You are a star, always and forever. Now find your home.